Yes. I'll talk to you.
I told you that transition was going to be weird.
Yeah.
It was weird, right? It's a weird transition.
It is. It's weird talking to somebody at the corner of your eye.
It really is.
It's interesting.
It's sight perspective.
Yeah.
It looks good to them. Trust me.
You got some demons up in the front. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
what the hell?
You never know what you're going to get here with this show.
All right.
So you're Nashville.
I live in Nashville now.
How'd you end up in Nashville?
Oh man, a long journey. I left Michigan in 2009. I worked in radio for a while. Really, what happened was I lived on Maui for about a year. I'd sold all my shit, moved out to Maui, and was really getting into like mushrooms and sitting under mango trees. You know what I mean? I was doing that one day, and I was like, you know what would be a good idea? Probably move to Nashville and start doing comedy. So that's what I did.
I feel like we glossed over a lot of really
there's a lot of
we could sit on.
Well, what else would you like to know?
I'm interested in the mushrooms under the palm trees. Was that
mango tree?
Trees.
Yeah.
Mangoes are trees.
Yes.
There you go. There's something I learned right there. So.
Oh, yeah. They, you know. So a bunch of trees with fruit.
Stand-up comedy. Is it always been stand-up for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been very interested in stand-up comedy. It's always my parents got a divorce when I was like 13 or 14, so that's when couldn't drive. You know what I mean? Couldn't leave the house. But they used to do a thing on Comedy Central called Friday Night Stand-Up, where they'd play 3 hours of stand-up comedy, like 6 half-hour specials back to back. So I'd watch that every Friday, and then they'd replay it they do it from 9 to 12 and then midnight to 3. So I'd just rewatch it. So it was just a way of like, I don't know, coping with having nothing going on and just being like, oh, this is like the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, you know?
Yeah, so absolutely. I mean, I think we all have something at that pivotal age that kind of like spurred our interest. Any specific special that you can point back to that you really liked?
Mitch Hedberg was probably, he's still like my favorite, to ever do it. But that one, because his was like so different than everybody else, because there's jokes or you set up punchline or whatever, but Mitch was doing this weird one-liner thing where it wasn't really a joke, but he was kind of like having observations or something like that. But before
observations that are right there,
like
they're so obvious that they're so funny.
The inside.
I had an ant farm once. Those fuckers never farm shit.
Exactly.
Joke,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah. It's like perfect. The inside of a bottle of cleaning fluid is really fucking clean.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, dude.
It's one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, but also if like people who really like jokes hate Mitch Hedberg for that because it is what it is. But comedies, you can do anything you want with it. You know, that's part of the fun of it too, I suppose.
So you're growing up on Mitch Hedberg. You're eating mushrooms under the what was it?
Mango tree.
Under the mango trees. You end up in Nashville.
Yeah.
What's it like? What's it like now being a comic and getting out, finding yourself in places like this?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. I've been doing it for 10 years now. It is a very lonely life, you know, but I mean, not in a bad way. It is what it is. We're all alone anyway, right? Welcome to the truth, people. I don't know if you were ready to hear that. We came in alone, we're going out alone.
Give it up for being lonely together.
It's
everyone.
not a bad thing.
Let's put a pleasant spin on it.
It's not that bad, you know. You see things and you learn about yourself, but it's a lonely existence once you're kind of out and about on the road. Yeah. But you know, I've spent most of my life alone anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's definitely not a rock and roll lifestyle that people think what it is. It's like you go, you do a show, and then you go sit in a hotel by yourself for a little while. I mean, it ain't that bad, but you know.
How many shows a week are you doing?
Oh, I don't know, man. Yeah. Usually it's like, if it's a weekend, it's usually between like 5 and 8 or something like that. We do quite a bit, yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, and I've been on the road with my buddy Aaron Weber. He's a co-host of the Nate Land podcast, which is hosted by Nate Bargatze. He's pretty big, yeah. Nate's absolutely fantastic comedian. So is Aaron, too. But he works clean. So it's like, obviously, you just saw the shit I did. It's not clean. So it's like a completely different
We've had more surprising
show.
stuff at the first slot of the show than that. So
oh, I bet, man. I know some of the comics in this town.
So you got, I want to make sure to get these out here. So JoeKelleyComedy.com.
Yeah.
And people can go check out your debut album, Ladies and Leftovers.
Ladies and Leftovers, yeah. It's on Spotify, Apple Music. You can watch it on YouTube, too. We shot it down in Atlanta a couple years ago. And it's not... it's something different. It's not like a traditional like hour of stand up or whatever it is. It's pretty much I just wanted to do a show and tape it, and that's what it is. It's very raw, and I get pretty drunk towards the end. It's what it is, you know what I mean? I didn't intend on doing it, but it's what happened.
Well, hell yeah. I'm Joe. I'm really glad that you came out.
And thank you for having me, bro.
The album is Ladies and Leftovers. JoeKelleyComedy.com. Joe, thank you so much for coming
thank
out.
you for having me, brother.
Oh yeah.